Brian Fuller.
Genius.
Oh, Ricky said that.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right, then asshole. No, I'm kidding.
So I already asked the boys what American Gods is about, so what is it about?
Did they give you a good answer?
I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure if I don't really know how to give like a bite-sized explanation. I mean, essentially it is about what people choose to worship, you know? That's like the most kind of concise little tagline I can give you. But there are a lot of sort of storylines being woven into one another and a lot of different characters that we're focusing on. So to try and sort of explain it in one sentence is
difficult.
Tricky, yeah.
It's also a very fantastical and surreal story. Is this something you respond to, or you like to work in this kind of genre, or was there something different? What was so appealing about the show?
I mean, there are a lot of things that were appealing about the show. I think in terms of my character, Laura, who is Shadow's wife, she dies in episode 1, and then I come back to life. And I think that was a fantastical element that was definitely interesting to me, but it was interesting because, you know, it was fun to figure out how do you play a realistic human being who realizes that she's essentially immortal. Because I think it's really important that you keep her in the world. I mean, all of these gods are somehow grounded in reality, mostly because they're all just incredibly flawed, really. But I think, you know, she's led this kind of really boring existence. So if she were to come back to life and just be kind of chill about it, it wouldn't really make any sense. So it was definitely interesting for me to think about, you know, so do I blink if I'm dead? And do I breathe, or can I breathe for expression but not necessarily because I need to be taking in oxygen? And, you know, how does someone perceive time when they don't have mortality looming over them? So that was really fun to kind of figure out, like, how to be a real person in this kind of extraordinary circumstance, I guess.
And I heard your role is bigger than the role in the book of Laura. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, kind of. I mean, it is a lot bigger than in the book. I mean, Laura's not in the book all that much. But that sort of means that in terms of talking about her, I'm the one that's in danger of giving away the most kind of spoilers, because, you know, I think obviously people know even from the trailer, but people who have read the book know that she's dead and she comes back to life. But that's, you know, a big part of what happens to her in the book, whereas in the show we have a whole other thing that, you know, I don't want to ruin it. I don't think I should talk about what happens after.
No, so Mr. Wednesday is the brain, Shadow Moon is the muscle. What is Laura?
It's funny you should say that, because when I first met with Brian Fuller and Michael Green, I said to them, I'm so sick of people telling me that the character they want me to play is the heart and soul of the movie. Like, if I hear that again, I'm going to throw up. It's always like, you know, yeah, she's the wife and she's a tiny part, but she's really the heart and soul of the movie. I'm like, I hate that so much. And Brian and Michael said, well, actually, Laura's definitely not the heart and soul. If anything, she's kind of like the spleen, I think. And I thought, fantastic, that's great.
I want to be the spleen.
Yeah, exactly. So Laura's the spleen.
Okay. I've read that that this is one of your first major TV roles.
It's my only
Yeah,
TV
you've
role,
made a lot of movies. Was this something different for you, working now more in the movie, in the TV sector?
Just have some water, sorry.
Sure.
Oh, except that's not mine.
What was so different about it, or was it something you really enjoyed, doing something different? When
I first heard about the project, everything about it was kind of perfect. I hadn't read the book at that point, but I knew of Neil Gaiman, and I knew that he was kind of amazing and very well loved. I knew of Brian and Michael's work. You know, I knew about some of the actors involved, and that was exciting. So everything was perfect except for the fact that I was really terrified of doing television because I just I didn't think that I had the attention span. I was like, I don't want to play a character for 7 years. You know, I'm going to get bored, and I don't want to sign my life away for that long. But I met Brian and Michael, and they convinced me within about 10 minutes, and I realized that it's actually really freeing and fun and exciting to be able to develop your character as you go along. And as they write more episodes, they're writing with you in mind, whereas with a film, it's like the story's there and you come in and do your thing. But it was really nice to start filming and then to get a new episode and see that they'd written it around me. It's kind of a new experience, and it was really cool.
Nowadays, there are so many projects, so many TV shows. What is the one thing that makes American Gods so different and makes it stand out in all these TV shows?
Oh, God.
Why should we watch it? I have an idea why I should watch it, because it's so special. Of course, it's different.
It's hard to quantify why exactly it's so special. I mean, I've seen one episode, and it was a very, very rough cut. And it was, the tone of it is kind of unlike anything I've seen before. I watch a lot of TV. I was just in the break room talking to these guys, and they were like, wow, you watch more television shows than any person on earth. And I've never seen anything like this before. And I think also, a good reason for a lot of people is that the book is incredible. I think there's such a huge fan base for the book, and they want to watch it. But I think even if you've never heard of the book, I think it's going to be entertaining for people. And I think it's also kind of, the issues that we're talking about are kind of timely, that idea of worshipping a social media presence. And I don't know. Yeah. It's a great show. Yeah. I think people are going to like it.
So very quickly, what do you watch? When you're a TV buff, you said you watch a lot. What's your favorite show right now?
Well, right now I'm watching The Sopranos.
Oh.
So I don't know if that counts because it's an old show, but
always good, always great.
So good. I can't really watch anything else right now because I'm just, every time I have time to watch something, it's like 5 episodes of The Sopranos in a row. But I'm also very into true crime kind of stuff. Like we were just talking about Making a Murderer and The Jinx and The Staircase, which I guess is an older one that a lot of people haven't seen, but that's I get weirdly obsessive about that stuff. Like after I finish a show, I'll
Google it and
yeah. It's dark. It's a dark obsession.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something which I did with the guys already. It's called the lightning round. So I just give you a few words and you react to it, like you want. Okay. If you don't want to answer, it's okay.
I'll try.
Brian Fuller.
Genius.
Oh, Ricky said that.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right, then asshole. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that was the word that came.
No, it's fine. Okay, Ricky Whittle. You're still going with asshole?
No, I can't even say the word. Came to my head. What will I say? Goofball.
Old gods or new gods?
Neither.
Neither?
Yeah. I don't know.
Human?
No, something else. I'm not sure.
Immortal or mortal?
Mortal.
Mortal.
It's got to get boring at some point,
That's right. Film or TV?
Ooh. Both. I can't. It's like picking a favorite child.
Okay. Favorite TV show or movie ever?
Oh, Jesus. All I can think about is The Sopranos, but it would be... It's kind of a tie between Sopranos and Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. Final words?
For right now or for my life?
As you wish.
I don't know. My favorite final words, my favorite what's it called when it's what's written on your headstone? What's that called? It's like a... Anyone? Epitaph, that's it. Yeah. These are not my words, but on Spike Milligan's headstone, it said, "I told you I was sick." I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
Final words.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
They told me you died.
Who said I died, puppy?